Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. Finney here from Finney's Homebrew Emporium. Just checking up on a few of the beers, what's going on here, and beer review for today is this. This is a New Zealand IPA. It was brewed with all Gladfields malt, and we actually brewed it in the middle of a field. Every year here in Christchurch there's a thing called the Great Kiwi Beer Festival. And this year, because we were new to the industry, we thought we'd have a stall there. So we did a big brew in the bag in the middle of the park, and this is what came out. So you could probably tell it's really quite cloudy, and that's because we had no way of cooling it. So it's slowly clearing up, but yeah, but it still tastes pretty good. So into it, the hops was Pacific Jade for bittering, and then we hop burst with big late additions of Waimea, a New Zealand Challenger, and Nelson Sauvin, and then it was dry hopped again with those three as well. So as you can see, it's got brilliant head retention, and I'm putting this down to the Shepherd's Delight malt that Gladfields have brought out. That's their really red colour adjuster, and every time I brew with that, it just seems to be, the head is just so sticky. Like this is just fantastic. And the aroma now is definitely got more of a citrusy note about it than it had before. When I first put it in the keg, it was really spicy. That Challenger was definitely coming through, but now the other hops seem to be coming through and playing nicely with it. So it tastes pretty good, and the bittering level's pretty good, considering I didn't have any real idea of how many IBUs I'd be getting from the steep that would be probably 3 hours worth. So yeah, pretty happy with how it's turned out. If you're near the shop at any point in the next week or so, come and have a try of it. So on to the brewing day. On Monday I brewed a clone of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I did that because at the end of next month, the last Thursday of the month, it's the second part in our Clone Wars competition that we run at the shop. So the first one we did was Emerson's Bookbinder, which Tim Brown won, and then yeah, next month is the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. So check out how brew day went, and then I'll catch you at the end. Cool. So we're at mash temp, 6 to 7 degrees.
Oh, I see. So there's two vessels. Yeah, there's two vessels. Yeah.
Fingers crossed it'll go well. Just listen to a bit of brew strong at the same time. It's good fun. Slowly drain this out. Try not to get polystyrene into it. And in here I've got another 3 litres of water, and that I've just brought up to 78 degrees. So hopefully this will help with, by bringing it up a few more degrees, helps with that little bit more extraction out of the grains. Hopefully you'll get a bit more efficiency. So we should just about it's very close to the top, so I'll move this off somewhere else, and so I can start the other pot starting to boil without trying to burn the bag. And whilst we're going to do a 90-minute boil, so whilst this is boiling, I've actually got the cocktail ready to be bottled. So all the bottles have been sat over there, they're all sanitised. So this could be quite interesting. See, maybe have a wee taste right before we bottle it from the hydrometer jar. Interesting, definitely getting the wine coming through, and some of the raisins that went into it. Don't know if it's improved the body or not. Maybe let this one age. Send a few out around the country. So if anyone wants one, let me know. I've got a few left. Cheers. Alright, so we're getting ready for mash out. I've raised this up to 75 in the left pot. That's been sat there for about 5 minutes. So I'm just going to slowly drain this out. Try not to get polystyrene into it. And in here I've got another 3 litres of water, and that I've just brought up to 78 degrees. So hopefully this will help with, by bringing bringing it up a few more degrees helps with that little bit more extraction out of the grains. Hopefully you'll get a bit more efficiency. So we should just about it's very close to the top, and so I'll move this off somewhere else, and so I can start the other pot starting to boil without trying to burn the bag. And whilst we're going to do a 90-minute boil, so whilst this is boiling, I've actually got the cocktail ready to be bottled. So all the bottles have been sat over there, they're all sanitised. So this could be quite interesting. We'll see, maybe have a wee taste right before we bottle it from the hydrometer jar. Alright, so the boil's been going probably about 15-20 minutes. This is the 45-minute edition just here. So the recipe's actually come from a BYO article, so this apparently should be correct. So there's 8 grams of Cascade going in then, and to give it a boost at the end, I'm going to add 15 grams of Cascade in as well. It's all both US Cascade, and we'll put some findings, some Irish moss in with 10 minutes to go, and hopefully clears it up nicely. So I've just bottled the cocktail, and this is the hydro sample. So you can see it's really quite clear, which is nice to see. Hell of a mess inside there. I may do a video on how I got it out later, but I haven't tasted it yet, so I may do that later. So the boil is finished. We've got the Whirlpool, I suppose, steeping edition's got in. It was 15 grams of Cascade, so yes, I need that. So the boil This is now sat in a water bath. I always tend to put the lid on. I don't know if anyone's got any other views on that. But and then this will just slowly cool down over the next probably hour or so, and then it'll transfer into my fermenter. That's a 4 litre mark, 4.5, and I then cool a wee bit more in here before pitching. because it just helps. You can put this in a bucket. So yeah, should be good. So when it's cooled down, to transfer from the brew pot into the fermenter, I use the siphon like this. So a lot of people have got auto siphons where you just pump. These ones you have to fill the I guess the lines with liquid first. So I generally fill it with water, then siphon through some sodium carbonate, so that sort of sterilises the inside and sort of bubbles off anything else, and then the first lot will draw through from the brew pot. We'll just like go into a pot of some sort, and then yeah, put the rest into the fermenter, and hopefully we'll get as much through as we need, and we're sorted. So as you can see, we've got the siphon going up here, and it goes down and into the fermenter. It's getting pretty dark in here now, so you may or may not be able to see, but we've hit an original gravity of 1053. So I haven't actually checked the recipe. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but when I do the roundup, I'll let you know. And then yeah, but it tastes pretty good. Nice colour. Bit cloudy, but it's to be expected with the small brewing bag that we do here. Hey all, thought I might video this to see how we get the chicken back out. So, don't know if you can see in there, there's some lovely bits floating around. So, let's see how we go, see how we go. Hopefully, you know, we can just pull it and everything comes back out. But I got a funny feeling that's not going to happen. Okay. So if we open this, maybe we can get to a few bits and start pulling. Look at these. Oh, it's bloody horrible. Goodbye. So, right, it's actually empty. You can probably tell there's a lot of grease sort of floating around on it, and there's all sorts floating in here. There's like, what is it? Bone. So now I'm going to just kind of try and degrease this and get it clean. You never know, might be able to use it again in the future. Also, this is 2 days after we brewed. The first morning I got back in, the temperature on the thermometer on the carboy here was down at 12 degrees, so it's getting cold again here in Christchurch, so it's not been too flash. So what I've done is I've put it in a bucket, which you can see there's water in, and this thing I was given a while ago to use for something else, but it's actually a thing you put into fish tanks to keep the water at the right temperature. So it's got a dial on the top here, and you just set it to like whichever temperature you want. So I've got it set down to like 20 degrees, and as you can see, this is the thermometer going into the water on the outside, and it's sitting at about 18-19 degrees. So as you can see, there's nice steady airlock activity and a nice krausen, so hopefully that's worked well, and we'll be able to continue to brew through the winter with this. Otherwise that would just start brewing lagers. Yeah, so brewing went pretty well, and the gravity, that 1053, was 2 points higher than I needed, and the colour looks a wee bit darker than I needed as well, but what can you do? So other things going around, the Duvel that we saw me brew last time, that's going pretty well. I've still got to make the Belgian candy to put in, so I'll hopefully get around to that tonight. And then tonight I'm also bagging up the English bitter that I did, so fingers crossed those both go well. I've got the hand pump is all sorted and ready to go. I'll do a video on that when I probably for next week, so you can see how it all goes together. And then on Sunday, there's a few of us brewing around at Oliver's house because we're doing an IPA, a red IPA, that is going to go into a barrel. So there's 4 of us brewing a total of 130 litres at Ollie's, and then there's 3 other brewers that are doing their bits. And so eventually in 2 weeks' time, we'll be siphoning it into a barrel, so hopefully I get some footage of that. And that's pretty much it. If anyone who else does these YouTube things has a better way of editing the videos, let me know, because I'm using Avid Mux or whatever it is, and it doesn't seem to be very easy. So if anyone's got any hints on what they use, that would be great, thanks. So, till next week, cheers!